Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be going through a post-hike lower body mobility flow because I just got back from my hiking trip and I'm sore. So I hope you guys enjoy this. We're doing 3 rounds of 6 exercises, so it should be pretty quick, maybe about 15 minutes or so. Let's go ahead and get started, and I'm gonna run through the exercises real fast and then we'll go into the follow along part after that. So we're gonna start out with the banded ankle mobilizations. So you're gonna take a band and a yoga block, step, something like that, and I'll show you a way if you don't have a band where you can do it as well. So taking steps or like a small step yoga block, something like that, and you're gonna anchor your band low down to a sturdy anchor point. And you're gonna put your ankle in the band and you're gonna step up. So probably, let's just use one for right now. I normally do this one standing, but you can also do it kneeling. So band is below the ankle bone, so you have the 2 bones here and you're going below, and you wanna anchor down low so you have a little bit of an angle there as well. And then we're just gonna rock forward and back. If you wanna also stretch out the front of the hip, you can tuck your hips under and go forward and back as well. We're gonna do 10 of these on each side, making sure the heel stays down the whole time. From there, we're going to use what we just gained and we're gonna go into the bear to downward dog. This is getting a little bit of core engagement, stretching out the ankles, stretching out the backs of the thighs, and even getting a little bit of an overhead stretch with the shoulders. So starting on your hands and your knees, you're tightening up your stomach, you're pushing down into the ground, so hands are directly underneath your shoulders, and then you're gonna drop your heels down, push through the shoulders, get a good stretch to the back of the legs, and then come back down, hovering just above the ground, engaging your core, and coming back up, really pushing through the shoulders, pushing the hands into the ground as you go here. We're gonna be doing 8 of those. Then we're gonna go into the seated hip rockers with the reach. So you're gonna start in a 90-90 position, and then you're gonna reach forward, and then towards your inner foot, and then you're gonna rock to the other side. And then reach forward, in towards your foot, and then switch. And that's 1. We're gonna be doing 5 on each side. So with this, you're stretching out the front of the hip, reaching forward, working the hip internal rotation on this side and getting a good stretch. If you want, you don't have to use your hands as you switch, or you can kind of lean back. This is as far as you feel comfortable going with the reach as well, and that way too. So after that, we're going into the figure 4 lower trunk rotations to loosen up the hip a little bit more and the lower back. So you're gonna be laying on your back in a figure 4 position, so ankle is crossing your knee, and we're rocking from side to side, keeping your shoulders down on the ground, but the hips can rotate. So when you go this way, you might feel a little bit of a stretch through the hip, and this way you might feel a little bit more in the back. If you want a little bit more of a stretch in the back and hip, you can even elevate your foot on a step or even come up into this 90-90 position to get a little bit more core work and get a little bit of more stretch through the hip there. But we are doing 6 on each side. So each way, each side, and then we're gonna doing a prone press up to seal stretch. So we're gonna be on your stomach here, coming up, pausing, taking a breath, here, pausing, taking a breath, and then the other side to loosen up the front of the hips and the side of the hip and the side of the trunk. And that's 1, and then back down. We're gonna be doing 4 of those, and then we're going to be doing 5 prone scorpions. So arms are gonna be out to the side. Here, you're gonna bend one knee and you're reaching towards your opposite hand and switching, getting a good stretch through the front of the chest, through the front of the hip, and through the back as well. So getting a little bit of everything with this one, and you can look towards your hand as you go. Make sure your shoulder isn't rounded down towards the ground and you're actually pinching your shoulder blade back as you twist. And we're gonna be doing 5 of those on each side. So again, banded ankle mobilizations, we're doing 10. Bear to downward dog, we're doing 8. Seated hip rockers with the reach, we're doing 5 on each side, and then the figure 4 lower trunk rotations, we're doing 6 on each side. Prone press ups to side seal stretch, we're doing 4, and then prone scorpions, we're doing 5. So we're doing that 3 times and then that'll be it for today's little flow here. So let's go ahead and get started with the mobilizations. Oh, I did tell you that I was gonna show you a variation without the band. So essentially same thing, your hand is gonna act as your band, and you're gonna be pushing down this way, keeping that heel down as you go. So if you do have that mobility and you don't necessarily have a band, you can do it this way. So on the other side, it doesn't really matter which hand you use. I personally find it's a little bit easier to use the outside hand. So crossing there, keeping that heel down, and you can kind of shift forward a little bit more. You want that knee to pass your toe. And you should feel a little bit of a stretch through the ankle. So going into the banded ankle mobilization, with your block or on the ground, we're gonna be doing 10 on each side here. So you want tension on the band is below your ankles, and you're gonna rock forward and back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, heel is staying down, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switching over to the other side, coming forward, and we're rocking 1, 2, 3, 4, heel is down, 5, knee is coming forward, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, go ahead and relax. We're gonna set this aside. Going into the bear to downward dogs next. Stomach is tight, knees off the ground, and up and down. That's 1, we're doing 8. Good stretch through the heels, through the backs of the legs. 3, stomach is tight. 4, heels are down. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, go ahead and relax. Next, we're going into the seated hip rockers with the reach. 5 on each side. So coming here, switching, reaching forward and over, and then the other side, forward and over. That's 1. Switch, forward and over, other side, forward and over, 2. Switch, forward and over, forward and over, 3. Switch, forward and over. Good, stretch through the hips, loosening them up and over. That's 4, last one. Forward and over, and then forward, pause, and then over, pause, and back. That's 5. So going into the figure 4 lower trunk rotation next. So laying on your back, ankle over your knee, shoulders are staying down on the ground, and rocking the hips from side to side. That's 1, we're doing 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, switch to the other side. If you want a little bit different stretch or a little bit more through the hips, you can lift up your knees, going from side to side. That'll get a little bit more core too. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, last one, 6, good. Go ahead and relax. We're flipping over onto your stomach. We're doing your press ups to scorpions next. So on your stomach here, pressing up and then rocking to the side. We're doing 4, and then the other side, pausing there, and then coming back down. That's 1, pushing up, turning to the side, getting a good stretch through the side, and the other side. That's 2, pressing up, 3, 3, and then down. Only using your arms as much as you need there. 4, and 4, and then back down. Good. Going into the prone scorpions next, so arm is going out to the side, and then you're twisting. We're doing 5. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, pinching your shoulder blade back, 4, 4, and last one, 5, 5. Good. Going back into the banded ankle mobilizations next for the second round. So getting your box or block. Band is going around the ankle, or using your hand if you need, below the ankle bones on the sides, and rocking forward and back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switching over to the other side. Band is below your ankles and go 1, heel is staying down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Go ahead and set that aside. Bear to downward dogs next. So going into that bear position, hands are directly underneath your shoulders, toes are tucked under, stomach is tight, lifting up, and heels are going down. 1, 2, 3, pushing through the shoulders, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, 8. Good. Go ahead and relax. Going into the 90-90 hip rockers with the reach and rocking back, reaching forward and side, and then back, forward and side. That's 1. We're doing 5. Forward, side, switching, forward, and side. That's 2. Switching, forward, and side. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, keep your hands up, forward, and side. That's 3. Forward, and side. Other side, forward, and side. That's 4. Last one, forward, side, and the other side, forward, and side, really loosening up those hips. Next, we're gonna go into the figure 4 lower trunk rotation. You can have your feet on the ground or in a 90-90 position. So ankle crossing your knee, shoulders are staying down, rocking from side to side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switching over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, 6. Good. Go ahead and relax. Next, we're going to flip over onto your stomach, and we're going to go into the prone press up to seal stretch. So pressing up and then rocking from side to side, and that's 1. We're going to do 4. Keeping the hips down on the ground. 2, and 2. And if this is a little bit too challenging, you can walk your hands out here and go to the side that way. That's 3, or you can even go up onto your elbows here, depending on your motion. That's 4, good. Going into the scorpions next. So arms are gonna be out and you're twisting, trying to get your hand towards your foot towards your hand. That's 1, 2, shoulder blade pinched back, 3, 4, last one, 5, good. Going back into the last round of these, we are going to be doing the banded ankle mobilizations, or grabbing C shape around the ankle and rocking forward and back. So here, foot is up, band is below the ankle bones, heel is staying down on the ground, knee is translating forward over the toes. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, heel is staying down, 9, 10, switching to the other side. Band is going below the ankle bones here, and then rocking forward and back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, go ahead and relax. We're gonna set that aside, and we're gonna go into the bear to downward dogs. Toes are tucked under, hands are underneath your shoulders, lifting up, tightening up the core, pushing down into the ground. Heel is going down to the ground, straightening out the legs, pushing through your shoulders with the arms, and that's 1. And we're doing 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Go ahead and relax. Going into that 90-90 position for the seated hip rockers with the reach and rocking, reaching forward and then side. It's 1, forward and inside towards your foot. Forward, side, 2, forward, side, 2. Really loosening up the hips with this one. Forward and side. This is 3. Forward and side. 3. Last one. Forward, side, forward, side. 4. Last one. Forward, side, forward, side. Good. Next, we're gonna go into the figure 4 lower trunk rotation. You can have your feet on the ground or in a 90-90 position. So ankle crossing your knee, shoulders are staying down, rocking from side to side. Ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switching over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, 6. Good, go ahead and relax. Next, we're gonna flip over onto your stomach and we're gonna go into the prone press up to seal stretch. Pushing up and then to the side, pausing there, and then to the other side to loosen up the back a little bit more, the sides of the trunk and the sides of the hip. And then back down, that's 1. Remember, you can adjust the hand position as needed. You're keeping your hips down on the ground. This is 2, and making sure you're breathing as you go through all of these exercises. 3, and last 1. Switching to the other side and back down, that's 4. Next, we're gonna go into the scorpions. So arms are out to the side, reaching towards your hand and switching. And then the other side, that's 1. Shoulder blade is pinched back. 2, reaching as far as you can with the foot. You don't actually need to go as far as I am. 3, we're doing 5, 4, last 1, 5, good. Go ahead and relax. Nice job, guys, finishing that workout. Hopefully you feel a little bit looser, a little bit less sore from your hike. But yeah, if you do want any more follow along workouts, go ahead and hit the workout playlist that I will link in the end screen. And then if you do want any specific like actual programs focused on either mobility or any body part, go ahead and check the programs that I have below in my description.